Hi, my name is Jana Lou Turner, and I teach environmental science at NDA Hingham. This is my honors environmental science class. They're a team of citizen scientists who've been studying a vernal pool and hopes to certify it.
Hi, I'm Carol Demick, and this is an illustration I did of the vernal pool. It was done with digital media. Hi, I'm Kayla Chin, and I'm going to be talking about what a vernal pool is. A vernal pool is a temporary wetland that fills annually with water from runoff, precipitation, and groundwater. Because it has a wet-dry cycle, it prevents fish colonies from developing, and it has no inlet or outlet. Vernal pools are home to facultative species and are used by, homes to obligate species and are used by facultative species. Although some vernal pools dry in one season, normally, some vernal pools completely evaporate, but it's possible for the vernal pools to last up to a few years before they completely disappear.
This is the value of vernal pools. Vernal pools support facultative and obligate species. Obligate species must come back to the vernal pool where they were born to reproduce. So that's basically the main reason we want to protect them. That's their value. Obligate species can die out if they lose their habitat for breeding. Some of the obligate species that we find in a vernal pool around here would be yellow-spotted salamanders, wood frogs, and fairy shrimps, and some of the facultative species would be snakes, turtles, and other salamanders.
Hi, I'm Haley Marshall, and as Kayla and Kate just mentioned, a vernal pool is a unique type of wetland which is created from runoff and excess snow melting. It's a home to obligate species that depend on vernal pools for their survival. Entire species can be wiped out if a singular vernal pool is taken out, and right here, again, referring to that, even though it's a small area, it covers a lot of species.
So along with why it's important to certify a vernal pool, we have the certification method, and you can do it two ways, either through facultative species or obligate species. Our class used obligate species, and for this method, everybody needs a picture of a pool holding water, no permanent outlet, and you need the evidence of these species, and the ones in green are the ones that our class actually found. So you need fairy shrimp, a salamander spermatophore field, which we found a spermatophore. You need 5 or more wood frog or salamander egg masses, we found more than 5 of both, a salamander congress or group of wood frogs breeding, a larvae or tadpoles, we found both, 5 pairs of adult frogs fertilizing an egg mass, and all of the evidence must be clearly photographed and labeled.
Hi, I'm Karen Hawking. This is a photo of our class that went to the pool. And these are 3 pictures from the same view each time we went. So you can see that there was snow and then it melted, so it filled a lot more. It was a lot deeper. And then the 3rd time we went, there was really not a lot of water from where we took the photo. Further back there was some, but more weeds have grown.
Hi, I'm Jillian Fabiano, and this is an aerial photo of our vernal pool at Wampatuck State Park. This is the vernal pool right here. And as you can see, it's darker where the vernal pool is, which means that there's still water in it. So we can assume that it was taken around early spring.
This is the second picture of the location of our vernal pool. On a topographic map, you can see that it's in the campground section of Wampatuck State Park.
I'm Hannah Martins.
I'm Julia Casey.
And this is the landmark map for a vernal pool. The exact coordinates are a latitude of 42.19962 and a longitude of negative 70.85068. So if one is traveling west down the road that cuts through the campground, you'll come to a 4-way intersection, and approximately 54 meters from that, you'll reach the vernal pool on the right. And also a couple of meters before that, there is a rock formation with a wooden fence in front of it. That's a couple meters before the vernal pool.
About 20 meters from the 4-way intersection is a fire pit and a campsite on the right, and then 90 meters down on the left from the 4-way intersection is the restroom.
I'm Kaylee Raymond.
And I'm Mackenzie Darfart, and the first time we visited the vernal pool, we didn't have much time to find any evidence, but the second time we went, we found a lot of salamander and wood frog egg masses. Most of them were up there and down there.
The third time we visited the pool, we found a lot of evidence. So
T represents tadpoles, so we only found a couple of tadpoles over here where the wood frog eggs were, and then we found a lot of salamander eggs, which represent X. So we found, I think, around 55 salamander egg masses, so they're like all over the vernal pool. Most we found were in like a little bit before the bend.
So our last visit to Vernal Pool, we found lots of wood frogs, and we also found a green frog, what we believe, and tadpoles, which is the star, and more salamander egg masses, which is the red crosses.
Hi, I'm Carol Demick,
Hi, I'm Tessia.
and we tested the water quality of the vernal pool. So on the 16th of April, we measured the pH, turbidity, and various nutrients. And we found that the pH was 6, which is a little more acidic than normal, which would make sense because it's surrounded by a lot of foliage, which would make the water a little more acidic. Turbidity is basically how cloudy the water is, and it actually isn't that cloudy for a stationary pool. And phosphorus and nitrate are both nutrients, and the pool is pretty high in nutrients.
And for the second time, we take our second measurement on May 4th, and we basically just did the same thing except we add the data of dissolved oxygens and the temperature. The dissolved oxygen will show how much oxygen in the vernal pool, and also for the Q values here, the Q values will represent the water quality. The higher the Q value is, the better the water quality is.
Hi, I'm Mary Holmes.
Hi, I'm Lauren Westwater, and each time we went to the vernal pools, we took pictures of the biological evidence. And on April 16th, we found a picture of a salamander spermatophore. Sorry about the quality, like we took them on our phone so you can zoom in. So on the slideshow, on the PowerPoint, you can't really zoom in. But this is just a mass of sperm.
So we also took this on April 16th, and these are wood frog egg masses, and this is a salamander egg mass. And there was 40 wood frog egg masses and 1 salamander egg mass, and this is very important because they're obligate species, so they're very important to the certification of our vernal pool.
On April 16th, we also heard a video of a wood frog mating. We took a video, but our naturalist has a more clear one. So you can't really hear it, but it sounds similar to a duck quacking. And like I said, our naturalist has a more clear video, but we were unable to obtain it before we made this PowerPoint.
So this is on May 4th, and this is a picture of a salamander egg mass. And this is a picture of what it will grow up to look like, but this was not taken at our vernal pool, but it's just to give you an idea. And we found approximately 55 of these egg masses.
This is another picture of several salamander egg masses in our vernal pools. And you can kind of, like again, the picture isn't that clear, but this picture was taken on our second visit on May 4th.
So here are pictures of several wood frog tadpoles. There were the little things in there. And there were over 500 tadpoles, so that's very important. They're an obligate species, so it's very important to our certification.
And the picture to the left is a picture of a wood frog, and to the right, these are what we found, but then to the right is when it gets older. We didn't find that at our specific vernal pool, but that's what it will look like when it gets older.
And then this is a picture of an actual wood frog we found at our own vernal pool on May 29th.
And we found dozens of large black tadpoles, these are the pictures of them. And then we have another video of a wood frog.
And so here is another picture of a large spotted salamander egg mass. and that's where we found that on our vernal pool again. This is a picture of a spotted salamander larvae. We obtained it by we just took like a clear cup and we like scooped in the water, and that's how we found these guys. And they have hatched and are living in our vernal pool today.
I'm Julia Casey, and this is the field observation form and the online data submission. And to certify a vernal pool, you need to fill out either the field observation form or the online data submission and send them in. So we filled out the field observation form, but we're going to send in the online data submission, and in order to certify a vernal pool, one of these has to be completed and sent in.
I'm Kaylee again.
I'm Mackenzie.
So our task was to find out what people learned and what they valued from going to the vernal pool. So I said that it made me realize how delicate the environment really is.
And I really enjoyed actually going to a vernal pool instead of just reading about it.
Another student said it's incredible to realize how one pool can supply generations of life.
And another student said it was a great class bonding experience as we learned about the importance of a vernal pool.
And finally, thank you for watching our slideshow.